John W. Dean is with us. This, I think, one of the, speaking of great minds, we do this Conversations with Great Minds thing on our TV show. I have always thought of John Dean as one of the great minds of our era, certainly of my lifetime.
Tom, and this great mind doesn't know where Goddard College is. Where is it?
We're in Plainfield, Vermont. Thank you for prompting me.
All right.
Near Montpelier, Vermont.
Great.
And thank you so much for being with us today. It is there have been and I should say, by the way, the author of numerous books, including most recently Broken Government: How Republican Rule Destroyed the Legislative, Executive, and Judicial Branches. And your columns can be found at verdict.justica.com, and we have those links over at thomhartmann.com. You were involved in, of course, the Watergate scandal. You worked in the Nixon administration, the Nixon White House, and in fact, we're the first to identify what the phrase that you used was a cancer on the presidency. There has been all this bloviating going on the right about how this is a scandal worse than Watergate. What say you?
It certainly shows a lack of historical knowledge. That's all I can say. In fact, some who know better are even claiming it is of Watergate ilk, and they're obviously playing that Nixon card for pure political reasons. It is not even close to Watergate by any definition. When you take the trifecta, if you will, of scandals that Obama's confronted with, take first Benghazi. That, to me, is a scandal looking for some underlying wrongdoing. It's a travesty and a tragedy what happened there because of terrorism. It's not something people really can take blame for, because you can never deal with that problem. They're going to pop up anywhere and everywhere. The complaint is somehow about the aftermath and how it was described, when it was described, the fact that the military wasn't apparently instantly on the scene to deal with the problem. A lot of second guessing, a lot of confused finger pointing, and it really is a scandal that no one can understand what in the hell the Republicans are complaining about. It's just so that one I don't see having really very long and strong legs. People are eventually going to tire of the Republican smoke machine that's trying to make more out of this issue than really is. So that one I don't think will last. The IRS, where there were hearings today, and they brought the acting commissioner forward, clearly there were mistakes made. Even those involved acknowledge that. Targeting right-wingers for tax exemptions. Obviously they didn't do it with any sophistication. They were overwhelmed after the Citizens United decision with applications. It went up to something like 70,000 applications, and they're underpaid, understaffed, and they were looking for shortcuts, and they weren't very prudent in how they looked for them, in using word searches and what have you to find things, and it blew up. It's a bureaucratic, low-level, middle-level management problem, and not a White House scandal of any way, shape, or form. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was going to say, you were the White House counsel in the Nixon administration, which, if I understand that position right, is essentially the lawyer to the president.
No, actually, that's what people long thought, and that's what I thought at the time. That is not really correct. Post-Watergate, that's been clarified. The White House counsel, his client is the office of the president, not the particular person who's in the office.
Oh, that's interesting. So when you described the cancer on the presidency, you were actually really doing what the White House counsel should do, which is advising how the office is being besmirched by the individual in that office.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But as far as Obama's counsel, there are reports that she received advance warning. I don't know that it's the sort of thing that you could anticipate what indeed happened when it leaked out because of Lois Lerner who is the middle-level tax person who started this all off back on May 10th, when she was talking to the American Bar Association meeting, their tax section meeting in Washington, and got a question about the exemption process and procedure. And at that point, she, maybe in anticipation of the Inspector General's report being critical of it, addressed the fact that the mistakes had been made. And this sort of just erupted into an instant scandal within hours of her sharing that information with the tax section of the ABA. I don't know what internal procedures or how early the White House counsel had been alerted to this. White House counsel learn of these things all the time, and it's there's really not much you can do about it. All you're told the Inspector General is, which actually that office of Inspector General throughout the government is a post-Watergate reform. Before that, the General Counsel might often inform the White House of something. For example, in my tenure, we had advance warning about My Lai and that whole problem. One of the things that I think was actually handled better by the Nixon administration than many issues. But anyway, I don't think she probably reported that to the president, and then he learned it, of course, from the news when it broke that Friday.
Right. So, what do you think if these aren't genuinely scandals, if these don't elevate themselves to the office of the presidency? If these, each one of these things, and now we're finding the Benghazi ones.
The AP.
Oh, the AP story.
The AP phone records. That hasn't even gone as high as the Attorney General. That decision was made, and that's really a policy dispute, not a scandal. It's that the news media, understandably, does not like to be investigated and be targeted for leaks. They are not being targeted, but rather they're being targeted to try to determine who their sources are. What is not happening is they're not being hauled in front of grand juries and demanding that they release their sources or be in contempt of court. This is always a balance because no president can govern in a fishbowl, particularly in the national security area. You just can't have federal employees who promised not to release classified information releasing classified information. Otherwise, you can't really function. It's a tough question. Did they overreach? I don't know. I don't think so, from what I gather. Because particularly when they so much further they could have gone, like hauling the reporters in and saying, "All right, who told you this?" So it's sort of a middle ground they've taken, and they're getting banged for even taking that.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. We just have maybe 15, 20 seconds left. I'm sorry. Is there a real scandal that you wanted to point to?
The scandal might be the fact that these are scandals.
Well, CBS is reporting now that the Republicans apparently altered the White House emails.
That would not surprise me. That'd be standard procedure for them, Tom.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. John W. Dean, former White House counsel in the Nixon administration, author of numerous and brilliant books. Conservatives Without a Conscience is one of my favorites. Broken Government, How Republican Rule Destroyed the Legislative, Executive, and Judicial Branches. John Dean, thank you for being with us.
Be well, Tom.